Like my sister, I'm sorry to fucking say it. Like my sister that's sick, that has her seizures and all of that, she wants to talk about the fact that we don't want to have a close relationship with her, that we never invite her, that this and that. My sister goes based, my sister's like a kid. My sister goes based off what my mom says, what my mom does. It's like a little kid, you know, if my mom doesn't like someone, like my sister just goes along with it. And she's just planted it in my sister's head already so much that we don't like my sister, that my sister kind of like, it's that's just,
but she's barrier.
yeah,
you know, around her, like, she doesn't even talk to us. She'll sit in the couch, you know, giving us her back, like, the entire time.
She just, like, I get it, like, she has her mental, like, things that she has going on, and it's respected, like, no nos metemos ni tampoco to think, like, oh, my sister has to be a certain way. But tell my mom not to forget how she treated her whole fucking life, you know? Like, she wants to talk about she's been such a good mother her whole life. No, dude, no, because my sister's whole entire life, my mom fucking sat there while my sister was in one room, the other room, on the phone with people, whoever the fuck came over, whoever was in front of her. Es una puta loca retardada. Es una puta loca retardada. Like, dude, my sister has dealt with that for her entire fucking life. My mom needs to know who the fuck she really has been to us and reflect on that, because we sat here and I sat here and kept my respect towards her the entire time, giving her chances after chances after chances. Mom, like, okay, maybe this time it's gonna be different. Maybe this time she's gonna fucking change. My mom is never gonna change. Like, my mom is always like, she says that I'm a narcissist, but yet I have everybody on my fucking side. No, fuck you. I can call my aunts, my uncles from my dad's side. I can call my cousins, I could call my tias from her side, I could call all my siblings, I could call my sister-in-laws, and everybody will tell you who my mom really fucking is, like, and why all of these people don't come around her, don't talk to her, don't come near her, because she's nothing but negativity. Everything that comes out of my mom's mouth is nothing but negativity. Like, and it's draining.
It's always talking about somebody different, you know. Like, that's the reason why we stay away. Like, you think that, you know, we all have our own stuff going on. She has her stuff going on. I have my stuff going on. I have a lot of fucking shit going on with, like, my health, you know, health problems and stuff like that. So you really think like that. At the end of the day, and on top of everything that we have going on, we want to go sit somewhere where they're going to drain the fucking little energy that we have left. Like, nobody wants to do that.
And that's all my mom does. There's this lady that watches her. Her name's Mary Yepes. My sister had something going on with, and we told them, so I'm going to tell them. She had something going on with her boob, that she kept it super personal, private, never told anybody about it. Like, never. Like, she didn't want to tell anybody about it. And this lady hit my sister up and showed her screenshots of my mom, like, talking to her, right? And she literally told her, like, sí, a la Lola se le está pudriendo, like, her boob or whatever, like, telling her details of Lola's sickness. My sister came home that day, threw her fucking phone on the fucking ground, and started fucking crying. Because if you're gonna tell somebody something that your daughter has going on, you're not gonna sit there and fucking use those ugly ass fucking words of, like, se le está pudriendo. And she even had, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I heard her in a video say something along the lines of, like, you fucking deserve that. Like,
so she said it, the lady sent me, I have screenshots, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. The minute she started talking about me and my personal stuff, when I have nothing to fucking do with whatever they have going on, I have the screenshots of that lady, that where she sent me that, you know, and she said that my mom said that, I'm going to say it in Spanish because I think she typed it in Spanish.
Yeah.
She said it along the lines to, se le está pudriendo la chichi y es lo que se merece por lo perra que ha sido toda su vida, por la mala hija que es, so eso es su karma de ella, Dios le está cobrando eso y eso se merece y más.
mm-hmm.
Wait, she said that's about you?
Yeah.
And it's her phone number, and it's her words.
When the lady told me, I was like, still in disbelief. I'm like, you know, but out of a million things that could be going on, nobody's gonna fucking hit the target right in the fucking bullseye with something so personal that nobody but my sister, my aunt, her man's mom, because they were all there while I went through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody's gonna hit the bullseye with something so personal like that. And I was like, I todavía, yo de tonta y de pendeja. I was like, I don't fully believe her. And she's like, I have the calls. And I said, well, how do I know that it's my mom? She's like, let me remove her name from the contact so that I could send you a screenshot with her fucking number and you could fucking see it. And sure enough, it was my mom's fucking number.
And that same lady also, she showed us screenshots, which we have, of my mom telling her, send me that picture of Cindy and the kid all dressed in black. Mm-hmm. She was like, send me a picture of them all dressed in black because I'm going to do some type of fucking witchcraft on her. Mm-hmm. And that the lady was like, why do I need to send it to you? And that she said, because I need somebody to give it to me for me to do this.
Yeah, and I have those screenshots. This is the same lady when she told me all of that.
And even after all of this, Pancho, like, we still gave my mom a fucking chance. All this happened that we're talking about before we stopped talking to her for an entire year and a half. And then, yes, she ended up at the hospital, which she didn't want to tell us about. Me and my sister hopped on the phone, and, you know, they were like, Mom didn't want us to tell you that she's in the hospital, but she's in the hospital. She almost had a heart attack. And dude, that's your mom. Like, at the end of the day, no matter everything that we're telling you right now, like, that's your mom, you know? Of course you're gonna stop what you're fucking doing. So in the middle of Karina's birthday event, like, I literally had to go face my mom, which we weren't ready to talk to her. If I could be honest with you, we weren't ready to talk to her. Like, it was so fucking uncomfortable because we weren't ready, and I don't think we ever will be ready. And we saw her, and she hugged us, and she cried, and and we cried with her, and she said that we looked like we didn't even want to be there. Tell her to tell you how she was holding her hand so fucking tight, and how much she was fucking crying with us, and how tight she fucking hugged us, and how tight we fucking hugged her. She doesn't say that. She paints us out to be these malicious, horrible fucking daughters. Fuck no, dude. Like, we've always been fucking good to my mom. Like, but my mom has never wanted to accept that fucking love because she has this barrier over her, and she just thinks everyone envies her. Like, the fact that she literally texted me and said, yo soy una psicópata narcisista que le tengo envidia. Why the fuck would I envy my mom? Like, why? That she said that the mandiles, sister, you're my witness. When she brought the mandiles, yes, I told her, mom, let's build you a website. Let's build you a website because you can't have all these girls sending you like CAs like on TikTok because you can get bananas. Yo le dije eso, but she doesn't share that, and I said you can't be doing that. Not on TikTok like you do on Facebook. Let's get your website. But in between that time, there's things that happen with my niece that se dio, and I even told her like maybe we could do some mandilas together. I never told her you have to pay me a certain percentage. I never told her like, oh, you have to pay me a certain percentage if you sell any of yours. I told her genuinely,
none of that was ever said.
And I'm so glad I didn't do business with her because dude, like people like that don't deserve it. I didn't told her, mommy, why don't we go get like in bulk, and then we could like work together. We'll go half on it, and my sister's my witness. We'll go half on it. I said, and then you could just give me a little percentage. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy for us to do something together. I never told her if you come on my live and you sell on my live, you have to give me a percentage. I never fucking said that. And I never got her fucking mandilas and used them to copy her mandilas. Like, they're two complete different things. I have my merch line. My girls ask me for aprons. My mom has had aprons for 3 fucking years. Like, we can do the same things, I literally told my girls earlier, my 2 uncles, my dad's brothers, they both have bakeries in Palm Springs, a street away from each other. They've had them for over 20 years. They do the same thing. They're not competing with each other. They're not fucking calling each other envidiosos. We can't do the same thing. We're on social media. Of course, we're going to wind up doing the same fucking things. Social media, everyone does the same things. You know what I mean? A lot of people cooking content. A lot of people drop merch. A lot of people do this. A lot of people do that. As long as we're not stepping on each other's toes and launching things over each other, that's different. That's completely different, which I didn't do. Like, she's had them for 3 years. Hers are like just general loteria ones. Mine were like, with things printed on them, like different colors, different everything.
My mom's are more, her mandilas are more like characters, football teams, basketball teams, and hers are, it's the same.
It was the same. And it was something that I dropped genuinely because I am into cooking. Like, I didn't just wake up and say, oh, my mom's doing this, so I'm going to go fucking do it. Because again, Pancho, yes, I started doing live videos and I was already doing good. And then, yes, my mom popped up and then, yes, we blew up together. Okay. But I was the one that pushed her to fucking do that. I started selling my detox. I started selling with Karina Lily. I put her on Karina Lily. She had a code with Karina Lily. And then she decided to go and part ways and go with Vida Divina. And then she started selling Vida Divina. I never fucking saw my mom as a competition or why is she competing with me, because that's my mom. As family, you just don't have to have that fucking mentality. Like, again, as long as you're not stepping on each other's fucking toes, you can do the same things and succeed,
Yeah. And like I always told her, in the industry that you guys are in, like she brought it up first, a lot of people are going to wind up doing the same thing. And it's okay because every person has their own platform. Every person has their own supporters, their own viewers, the sun shines for everybody, literally everybody.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that my mom has never been able to like stand, because I remember, and I'm going to fucking say this and I know she's going to get pissed, but so many times I remember she would be live. I don't know if I happened to be there with her or I was here with this one. Y decía, sí, siempre se tiene que meter al en vivo cuando yo estoy en vivo para tumbarme mis vistas, para quitarme mis muchachas que están viendo. Like, bro, no, it doesn't fucking work that way.
That was always an issue.
That's always been an issue. She always fucking brought that up.
And if you guys have watched my mom and us from those Facebook days, she would hop on the live and she'd be like, ay, parece que unas están muertas de hambre que no pueden, ya mejor me voy a salir, muchachas, ya mejor me voy a salir porque no pueden. Like, when we were good, in the moments when we were on good terms, like, she would do shit like that. She would text me and be like, why are you going to go live? Or
why did you go live while I'm
like,
live?
yeah, like, why did you go live when I'm live? Or like, just things like that. And it was always like a competition from the start with my mom. Never with me towards her. I would always tell her, Mom, you have your own audience. Like, you have your own girls. Like, dude, sometimes she would be live and she would hit 4, 5, 6,000 views. I did tell her, you would drop that on your own because nobody wants to watch a person that's always like, y me envidian, y mira chicas el cuerpo, y me envidian, y me envidian, y me envidian. That's the word that she uses in every single live, and tell me if I'm fucking lying, you guys. Every live. Y las putas envidiosas, y las perras envidiosas, y las putas envidiosas, y like, it's always the same shit with her. So it's like, who really is the problem here, Mom? Like, you or me? I never wanted to come on here and tell you guys shit that we've gone through since we were little, but she started bringing up that I don't want my sister here, started bringing up that we're dead to her, started bringing up, like, the way she told the story, she told it beautifully for you guys to be like, oh, Cindy's fucked up. And yes,
those girls are bitches.
And like I told you guys, I'm very fucking entitled to fucking feel like I don't want to talk to my dad sometimes. It's fucking heavy. It's fucking heavy. My dad wasn't in my life my whole life, and all of a sudden my dad got sick and then got forced on my life because I'm his only daughter. That's hard to fucking deal with. That is so fucking hard to deal with. There's people who don't even fucking talk to their parents ever for fucking leaving them. At least I still try, And my whole life she would always tell me, ¿por qué le mandas y por qué le das y con un puto perro que nomás te dejó y nunca ni un puto par de zapatos te dio? And now that you're mad at me and all of a sudden you want to go live and say, oh, trata sus papás bien mal, you fucking treat me bad first. Like, you've been treating me bad since I was a little fucking girl, Now that I'm grown, now I can fucking defend myself. Now I can stay the fuck away from you and you can't fucking handle that. Because since I was a little fucking girl. It was always maltrato after maltrato after maltrato. Like always, dude, since I can fucking remember, she always talked about her fucking bodies. She always talked about the fact that we were fucking, you know, big and don't be eating this and don't be eating that. And por eso están todas putas asquerosas y por eso tienen esos brazotes. Y it's like, it's a lot. Like, it is a lot. And when I first started the video, I think I was all over the place, but I think I'm finally getting to where I wanted to get with the whole story, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to face the world and talk about shit like this. It's like, dude, I want to knock my head in the wall and be like, bitch, you're lying. Like, this is not happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I got going backtracking a little bit. To the sister back. What's your name back there? Pink hair. Sorry.
Lola.
Okay. Nice to meet you. So did you ever confront your mom about those screenshot messages that she was saying about you?
Yeah.
And what?
I confronted her almost immediately. And, you know, she had the audacity to tell me that her words, pinche puta vieja perra, está mintiendo, like I had never said that, you know, and still, like even after I told her, like, please don't talk about my personal stuff, like nobody knows. She did a fucking live, what was it, the next day?
Mm-hmm.
The next day after I confronted her, she did a live and she starts talking about my fucking business, bro, that still nobody fucking knew. And she's así, pinche puta, le mandó mensajes a mi hija, la Lola. First of all, don't call me la Lola, I'm your daughter. Why do you have to refer to me as la? I'm your child, bro. Like, you know, she's all, puta vieja, le habló a mi hija la Lola y le dijo que yo dije on the live que se le está pudiendo, the same thing I already told you, que se le estaba pudiendo la chichi, que yo me alegraba por lo que le estaba pasando, but I never said that.
So she repeated it like on the live after she told her.
Now
Like,
she had like 3,000 people watching her that day, and I kid you not, I got like over 100 fucking DMs of people asking me like,
damn. Okay. So also the whole witchcraft thing. So is she into witchcraft, or she was just trying to really do like la maldad for you guys?
I'm gonna be so honest with you, brutally, because I don't feel like there's any going back with our relationship with my mom, like at all, ever. Yes, my mom is very much. It's something she always talks about. It's something she always fucking talks about. Go back and watch her videos. Like, go back and watch her videos. It's all she talks about. Y no le han demandado. She literally just said it in like 2 videos ago. Y esta señora me mandó una foto de su hija y le dije, no hagas eso porque pueden agarrar las fotos y te pueden hacer brujería. How do the words go down to the T to something that she told a follower that the follower sent screenshots to us of? How does it fall down to the very T? You know what I mean? Like, yes, my mom is into that shit.
Yeah,
like, it's so fucking scary.
And then you know what else she said? So, you know, still following that same conversation.
Yeah.
That lady said that, you know, so that my mom, so apparently she had a fallout with my mom, and that's the reason why she was reaching out, because she wanted somebody to tell my mom to stop, to leave her alone. And I said, I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about my mom to you. Like, I don't care what you just sent me. You know, I got what you said, you know, and I'm sorry that my mom feels that way about me and, you know, whatever. And I have the screenshots. And I will fucking share them if I have to. But she told me that my mom, you know, had said that I've been such a bad person, like my entire life, that she was gonna do witchcraft or something to that lady, and that she had told that she told my mom that she had done something to me already because I needed to pay for her, that I needed to pay for the way that she is with my mom, because apparently she only listens to me.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you, Miss Lola. So then also going back a little backtrack, because we were kind of going too fast on the topics here. So she had a heart attack that she kept a secret from you guys?
She didn't keep it a secret when she was going through it. She told both my brothers, like, don't tell her, don't tell them. Like, I don't want them to know. And
no, she told Audrey too. She
told
my niece, and she told my brothers that she wanted that she didn't want us at the hospital, and that for them not to let us know that she was in the hospital, and that she went through what she went through.
Okay, understood. And then I have to ask this question because I see here people keep spamming the same thing. I'm not really too up to date, but what's this whole about, like, a Vani? Who's Vani?
That's my sister-in-law. And we have literally no beef. Like, me and her are good. I could call her right now. Don't involve her in something that there's just nothing going on with her, you know?
Okay.
She has literally told everybody numerous times, like, I don't want drama, leave me out of it. And I'm not even naming my brothers or things that she's gone through my mom with my brothers.
Yeah.
For that same reason, because I feel like if there's something that anybody wants to talk about, like, you're going to go talking about it. And me and her are good, like, good as fuck, solid as fuck. And people just need to, like, I feel like people are wanting to start where there isn't any, you know? And
yes.
Me and her are good. Like, we're good. And keep her out of this because we're talking about my mom. Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just had to ask just because people kept spamming here. Okay. So anything else that you saw in the video that was kind of lies that she was saying? I was only able to capture like the last 40 minutes because she was going on for like an hour and a half. But is there anything else in particular that she said that was a lie?
I want to bring up, she started saying that ever since I got back, that I took my nephew from her because she thinks that, I don't know, I honestly, like, she thinks that my sister, the way that she grabbed all this money, you know, she thinks that I'm here with my sister because she gives me piles and piles and piles and piles of fucking money. I will show anybody my fucking bank account. And I will say this, okay? Because there's a lot of people, too, that say that I'm here with my sister because of everything that she gives me. My sister doesn't give me shit, okay? And if I want to do that, I would do everything for her. know, because people think that I'm here living off of her. No, bro. Every single fucking thing that my sister comes out with, collabs with companies, I fucking buy it. I buy it with my fucking money. I can fucking show anybody my fucking bank accounts. My money is my money that I fucking work hard for. On top of my disability that I get, like, but that's nobody's fucking business. But my mom thinks that my sister throws all this fucking money at me, and that's why I side with her. No, I side with whoever's right. And my sister, both my sister-in-laws can tell you that too, because I always tell them, I don't care if you guys are having some type of feud with my brothers. Don't think that just because that's my brother, I'm gonna side with him. If they're wrong, they're wrong. If you're right, I'm gonna side with you. If you're right, I'm gonna side with them. And since you wanted to bring that up, I will tell you why I changed with my mom. Okay? Because she said that ever since I came back, and she said this, and 4 different people have fucking said it to me. Maldita la hora en que esa perra regresó al valle. Maldita la hora porque nomás vino a arruinar todo lo que yo tenía with her.
Yeah.
Okay? And so since you wanted to talk about me when I fucking had nothing to fucking do with this, no, I will tell you why I started distancing myself with my mom. And I started doing it when I was in Virginia. So I got out of the military in August of 2020. August of 2020. So before I got out, which would have been like in April, maybe end of March, April, I had been suffering from really bad headaches. I get really bad migraines. So before I was diagnosed, before I knew the root of why I was having all these problems, in March of 2020, they did a couple of MRIs, contrast MRIs, and they found out that I have a small brain tumor. So from that brain tumor, side effects, like with any other health issue that you have, there's side effects. So I have that tumor still. And some of the side effects were, they're different on everybody, but anybody could look them up and you could see the side effects. So anyway, side effects from that include a moon face, a round face, a fat face, whatever you want to call it. Moon face, your arms could get big, your belly could get big, your hips could enlarge, your legs could get, thick. You could lose your shape in your neck, whatever. So that's some of the side effects.
Yeah.
So before I came back, I told them, I was like, I have a brain tumor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Again, nobody knew. He took it to social media and, posted on social media, oh, my daughter, tiene da 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 da. Please pray for my daughter. Like, she had found out that she had a brain tumor. Like, why are you talking about my personal stuff? Like, I told you and my family, and that's it, because it's nobody's business. So anyway, all that happened. And, I started gaining weight. I didn't understand why I was gaining weight, in certain areas. Until after I found out that I had the brain tumor and, that those are some of the side effects. So my arms did get big. My arms got big. My face got rounder. I have a naturally round face, but around that time, my face got even more rounder. My arms got big. And like I said, even my neck started to swell up. So, my mom, instead of asking me like, hey, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling? Like, what are your side effects? Like, what can happen to you? No. Instead of fucking asking me, like, just anything at all about what I had going on, she goes to numerous people, she was one of them, and said to her, oh, ¿ya miraste qué horrible se está poniendo? Tiene toda la pinche cara de papa, los brazotes de luchadora, toda gorda como su familia de su papá. Oh.
Damn.
Like, really?
That's crazy.
And she said that to 3 different people, And the one that hurt me the most when they told me was her, because she was bawling her fucking eyes out. She was like, bro, you're her daughter. Like, how as a mom, like, how do you express yourself that way about your daughter? You know what I mean? It's like, how are you feeling? Like, what do you feel? Like, how can I help you? How can we as your family help you?
Yeah.
Like, and I will tell you, and I don't think that I don't think that anything else happened between there, because at that point, like, I started distancing myself from her. And she noticed it because, primero it was, desde que se metió al army, se hizo bien perra culera. Like, no. Me joining the military opened my eyes about a lot of things, and what she did for people was one of my biggest fucking eye openers. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? If I started distancing myself, it was because of things that I would see. You know?
There's just a lot that has gone on, like a lot. And there's a lot that we still haven't said too. Like, it's a lot. Like,
so how does your mom treat, because you have kids, right, Cindy?
Yeah.
So how does your mom treat your kids?
Well, my mom, the thing is that when we stopped talking, like, she wouldn't look for them, or she wouldn't ask for them. I wouldn't look for her. I wouldn't look for my kids to go over there. Yes. Always since I lived in her house, like, she was always good to the kids. Like, she helped me a lot with them. She did, like, I'm not even going to sit here and say that she didn't. Like, she always when I lived with her, like she was always there and she helped, but she fails to tell people that like I've also helped her too. You know, there's good things that I've also done with her in the very beginning before we even went into like not talking for years. I would help her. Like I helped her build her porch in her house. I bought my stepdad a car for work. Like one of those little, little cars to get me back and forth. Like I used to do a lot of things for my mom, and I noticed that my mom was never grateful for them. And like every time you did something for her, like she always expected more. And you could be good with her today, that you're doing something good for her tomorrow. If you're not, like she's just not good with you. And it's a trace of like how my mom was, that it eventually got to the point where like I eventually got to the point where I didn't need her that much anymore, and I think she hates that absolutely, because for the longest time, yeah, she helped me, but tell her to tell you how many times me humilló, throughout all that help, you know what I mean? How many times she would fight with me and be like, me traigas a los niños, me los traigas para acá, yo no te los voy a cuidar, figure out who the fuck is going to help you, figure out what the fuck to do with yourself, because I'm not knowing that I had to go to work the next day at 9 a.m. And I always paid her, and I always gave her money. Like when I lived with her, I always paid my rent with her. Like my mom never let us do anything for free, like never. Like we always had to pay up some way, somehow. So it's sad to hear her say like, I was there, and yeah, but everything that you put us through to be there for us, like you don't talk about it, And it's a very sad situation, but it's my reality. I know people are like, oh, why are you talking about this? Why are you guys bringing it to social media? My mom's the one that fucking started that from the very fucking beginning. And unfortunately, it's my reality. And I do social media, and I always like present to you guys what I go through all the time, whether it's good, bad, happy moments, sad moments. And this is just what the fuck we have going on right now. Like, I'm sorry that it's my truth. Like, I'm sorry that I finally want to fucking open up and fucking tell people who the fuck my mom really is to us, I don't think it's wrong. I think if anything, it'll help a lot of fucking people, because a lot of people go through the same shit with their parents, you know? And a lot of people have narcissistic fucking parents. My mom is a narcissist. Like, she really is. Like, whether she wants to see it or believe it, like, she really is, And it's a fucking sad, unfortunate situation, but it wasn't just with social media. This has been going on since we were little. Like,
So people here are spamming. I don't know if this is someone we're not supposed to talk about either, but they're saying Lola's son. What's that about?
So my mom took advantage of the fact that her and I were having an issue, and just literally started spilling tea all around, And I'm gonna say something, sister. And when you're growing up, my nephew's 20. When you're growing up, you fucking put yourself through things, you know what I mean? Like you drink too much, and you're out too much, and you're doing things you're not supposed to. And unfortunately, we have ran across my nephew like just not being how he should be. And it was something that we had conversations with him about, my mom about it, and I would tell my mom like, why do you have him over there if he's not doing good? Bring him home. And he's not a bad kid. Send him home. Like you don't need to have him there overnight, having him on a seat like that. It's not good for him. Then they start drinking and driving and start doing all kinds of shit. Like help him get his shit together. But she doesn't say that, because my mom wants to paint it as like, I'm so fucking tired of my sister, and I'm so fucking tired of my nephew, and I want them out of my house. Because I don't think she wants me and my sister to genuinely have a good relationship. She doesn't like it.
No, her, because my mom has never, ever since I could remember, and I know that my sister talked about this earlier, but ever since I could remember, anytime any problems would arise between her and my sister, like she would block us from having any type of communication, any type of anything with my tia, and for me, my tia, what is she, like, I think she's like 8 years older than me, maybe 2, so for me, she was the big sister that I never had. She was a big sister for me, like, she lived with us, she moved in with us when she was 13. And she would get mad at her or have whatever disagreements, would kick my tia out, because I remember that shit. I remember that. She would kick my tia out, le echaba sus cositas a la calle, and you guys are not going to talk to her because da-da-da-da for whatever reason. So siempre hacía eso.
And so she expects us to like be the same, like if we have a problem with either Karina or my nephew or whatever, we can't even talk to her about it because of that.
No, she wants us to fight. She wants us, I think my mom in her eyes or in her mind, because she's never been able to have a relationship with her brothers and sisters.
She wants us to do
nobody.
The same.
And I feel like because of that, like she wants us to always be and quiere fuerzas for us to fight. You know what I mean?
Instead of wanting us to be good.
Like, and I told her this, and she could fucking say it back to you. I told her this. I said, Mom, like, you as a mother, okay? I have one child, but you as a mother, if I was in your shoes and I see that my grown children all get along, are all there for each other, support each other, lift each other fucking up when they need it. Like, you as a mother, how do you not feel pride? Because if that was me in your shoes, I would be fucking winning already. Because I did something right with my kids. Yeah. Because I fucking taught them the right from wrong. Because I showed them how to fucking be with each other the same way that I've never been able to be with my family, with my brothers and my sisters.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know how you see things, but me, like, I would be winning already. Just to know that my kids get along, that my kids are there for each other.
Or like, even if we live together, like, why did she have to bring that up and say, like, get her out of there already? Like, get her out of there. And she texted me yesterday and she was like, and you're going to fuck her off already too. She's like, so you may as well do it now. Like, stop wasting her time. Like, she's just very much putting it out there that she just does not like the fact that
we're together. Yeah, and by the way, for those of you guys that are wondering, okay, I live here with my sister. Yes, I live here with my sister, but I pay my rent. I pay my sister my rent. I help my sister. My sister helps me. We help each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's always like a, you do this for me, and, you know, we help each other, bro. Like, there's not like a, I'm just right here esperando a ver what my sister's going to feed me today or what she's going to feed me today. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. And I don't know what goes through my mom's head. Like,
But to answer the question of my nephew, like, yeah, we encountered an issue with him and we talked to my mom about it, and I went and I told my mom, like, you need to fucking help him get his shit together.
Yeah.
I talked to my sister about the same thing, you know, like, he needs to just get his shit together. And my mom just brutally put it out there to the internet because she wants to paint me as like this person that, like, of course every family has issues, any home has issues, like you're not gonna have like this perfect ass like household and no problems, and you're never gonna encounter, like, especially when there's kids involved, you know, like they're always gonna do something, or like, you know what I mean. And I just kind of feel like,
so to kind of finalize this, I know you have a lot more to say, but my question is, have you guys ever tried like a family therapy? Has she ever been interested in that, like all you guys together in one?
she's never wanted to. She's taken it as an insult. Like when we've told her, like I told her, mom, like you really need help mentally, and I told her yesterday, like nicely, I was like, you really need help mentally, and fuck, so maybe we do too, you know what I mean? Like this is a fucking lot. It's a big situation. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, oh, I'm good in the head and you're not. Like, no, we probably all fucking need it.
we've always said that though, like, you know, like she needs help, we need help, telling her that, yeah, like, you know, you're la estás llamando loca, la estás, like all kinds of stuff that's not even it. Like, you know, like you could be talking a certain way, or, you know, throwing out ideas in
And
one
she'll
way,
still take it like the wrong way.
She lost a twist.
But I don't
that was a
think-
fucking twist.
I sadly, and it's so sad to say, like I don't think there's any coming back from this. For myself, I speak for myself. I don't know my sister, I don't know my brothers and what they have going on in their life, but it's been so toxic from the very beginning all the way up until now that there's no fixing it. Like there's no fixing a relationship with someone like that doesn't want to change. Like I get me, like, because at least us, no matter everything that she's put us through, like at least we've still tried and we've still shown up and been like, mom, like, you know, and I have messages, like screenshots of me telling her, like, mom, just let yourself be loved and we're gonna be good. You know what I mean? And like we give her chances and we put everything behind us, and she continues the same cycle of just always wanting to have a problem. Like there always has to be an issue. When I went to Mexico, I didn't text her and told her that I was leaving, and you know, she texted my brother because my brother left back home.
Yeah.
At the same time, like my brother also went back home, and then I left to Mexico. And she texted him and said, "Hijo, ya se fueron." Never texted me, but she expected me to text her, you know. And granted, she had just came back in her life. Like we're not used to talking to my mom all the time, like so I didn't text her. So then came New Year's, and I texted her. And I was like, "Mommy, like Happy New Year's, you know, like I love you guys." I texted her and my stepdad in a group chat. She never responded, and I never told you guys. You know, she never responded. She didn't say Happy New Year's, and this is after the fact that she had gotten a heart attack. And I'm like, bro, why are we still with the same cycle? And then when I told my brother and everybody that I never take her into consideration and that I never try, and that my brother asked her, like, why did you ignore her? Like she said Happy New Year, like why didn't you respond?
Oh, she said because she never saw the message.
Because she never saw the message, but she did, you know, because my stepdad responded right away. And it's just a lot of,
She had her phone in front of her the entire time.
it's
Like,
just a lot of little like manipulated things, like where she's the type of mom that just wants to be always like, she always wants to be called, she always wants to be taken into consideration, like she always wants like the attention like from the kids, but she never wants to be the mom back again. Like she never wants to play her role and be like, fuck, I'm gonna try with my kids, let me call my kids, let me see how they're doing. Like she feels like we owe it to her, and that's our mom, you know. You owe to your parents to a certain extent, but I feel like in relationships with anyone, and I've always said this, like you need to play your role in their life. Like you can't just expect your kids to be your kids if you're not being a mom to them like you should. If you're always trying to have problems, if you're always trying to do all this. So it's unfortunately it's a lot, but
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So there's no coming back after this. Damn.
there isn't. Like how do you fix all of this? You know, like how do you fix all the trauma from the start? You can't anymore. Like you just can't. But
Yeah. Damn. See, people start saying, I'm not sure if she's on live, but people are saying that she's on live, but oh my goodness. Okay, well, Cindy, I appreciate you for giving me the time today. I have all my notes here. I was trying to get everything. I'm sure, like I said, you probably do have a lot more to say. It's just, you know, you probably have to bottle or think of everything. But I hope you guys do figure this out. You know what I'm saying? You and Miss Lola, nice to meet you there, Pink Lady. But yeah, hopefully you guys situate this, okay? Thank you so much for having me.
yeah.
All right, take care.
It's sad because at the end of the day, like you're sitting here and you're talking about like your mom, you know, and it's not something that you want to do, but just the way that, I don't know, dude, like just the way that like everything has happened, like I just hate the fact that she doesn't remember all the things that she's done to hurt us too, you know, like that she just pretends like we just grew up and like just didn't want a relationship with her, like that we just grew up and we just said fuck my mom and it's my tia, like it's my tia before my mom. Like no, dude, it's not. Like we just love my tia just as much as we love my mom. Like we don't want to fuck her off. My tia has no one, dude. Like she has nobody. She has one of her sons in prison for the rest of her life, and then she has the other one that lives away. Like she doesn't have fucking sisters or a mom to call. Like my mom was that mom for her, you know. And I don't know where this obsession is, but I've always told her, like, just let it go, dude. Like let it go. That obsession that she has towards my aunt has fucked off all her relationships with us, with everyone around her, and it's so sad. And like it's just sad how this whole entire time I've always like just been like, nice about my mom, and I didn't come on here to disrespect her. Like, I didn't come on here to, but real is real, you know? Like, real is fucking real, mom. Remember who the fuck you've been to us. Like, remember all the things you said. Just the simple fact that she's literally sat there and brought up my dad, knowing that she fucking has always told me my whole life, a él no le des nada, no se merece nada de ti, no se merece ni un puto vaso de agua. Like, no se merece ni un puto vaso de agua de ti porque tú nunca estuvo en tu puta vida. Yo sí, yo me chingué, yo te tuve, yo sí me merezco, tu papá no se merece nada. I'm sure you guys have heard her say that, you know? And it's like, and now she wants to say poor my dad. Like, so what is it, you know? And it's just, it's so crazy. Like, it's insane, it's crazy. I don't know what, I don't think anything will fix it. Like, my stepdad has even told her to, like, you know, just let it go already. Like, learn how, like, everyone has told her, like, learn how to be happy. And like, no apology, no therapy session, no nothing can fix it. Like, nothing can fix it. Like, it's so damaged, it's so ugly that I don't know. It just, it hurts, you know? It hurts, and damage beyond repair as fuck. Like, damage beyond repair, like, beyond repair, you know?
And then, I know. And then, too, she doesn't, like, take into account, like, what she did to me with Isaiah. Like,
yeah, like,
nothing.
nothing.
None of that into account. She doesn't take, you know, like, cross her mind that, you know, maybe my son has depression because of the shit that she said to him. Like, she doesn't take any of that into consideration.
And tell them, open up about it. Tell them what she said to him so that they know, like, why you're so away. Like, don't be afraid to fucking say it. Just fucking say it, because at the end of the day, you were young, you were little, like, you didn't know better in life. Like, and if it was even a thought in your mind, like, she made it seem like it was like a forever thing for you and him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say? This is how deep it is. And I'm gonna say it. This is how deep it is. My sister was a teen mom, and at some point, like, everyone, I think I'm pro-choice. I think everyone should be pro-choice. And at some point, it was in her mind to want to not go through with her pregnancy because she was with somebody that was like a very, very, very drug addict, you know? And she told my mom this, and my mom went through this with her. And when my nephew turned, 8 years old? 12 years old?
13.
Sat there and had a conversation with my nephew and told him, your mom didn't want you. She didn't want to have you. Like, she didn't want you. Just so you guys can see how fucking deep and ugly it is. But here we are, you know? Here she is. Like, here we are. Like, even though that has been our reality with her, like, time after time after time, there's just so much, you guys, like, so much that you don't even know. Like,
she doesn't take, you know, she doesn't take any of that. She doesn't take any of this stuff. Like, you know, sometimes abuse, my thing is, abuse is not only fucking physical, you guys. You know, the fucking mental abuse, the verbal fucking abuse.
You don't say that to your grandkid. You don't say that to your grandkid. You don't do that to your daughter. You do not do that. Like, you just don't fucking do that. You don't do that. Like, how as a mother do you have that fucking heart? And the only reason why we're telling you is because that's what we lived. That's what she lived. That's her reality. That's part of the reason why we don't want to talk to her, why we have resentment towards her, why we don't look for her, why we don't have this, like, desire.
Yes, she is. I'm so sorry to say it. That's her mom, and, you know, she is.
It's like a heartless act. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Like, I remember one time, like, fucking, after I had Karina, I was 15. Just so you guys can see, like, a little bit, dude. Like, I was 15, I had Karina, she was in the room when I gave birth to her. And I remember her having a conversation with my aunt, with my sister. You heard it, everyone heard it, friends that she knew. Ay, no. Pobrecita de mi hija, ya tiene tan feo ahí abajo. Horrible, horrendo. Yo no sé cómo tan feo tiene mi hija. And I remember I would go to the room and I would fucking cry, bitch. Like, cry. Because I would be like, how does your mom talk about you like that to people? Like, how does she have those words to say to people about you? Like, 15 years fucking old, she would always kick me out of her fucking house. Like, with Karina. Y te me largas de mi casa y no te quiero volver a ver. No te quiero volver a ver en mi puta vida, ni te me pares. Y cuando yo me muera no se me acerquen. Like, so much, you guys. So much that we put up with, you know? And for her to paint it like, what? And for her to say, like, what have I done to them? This that I'm telling you,
what has she done to them?
This that I'm telling you isn't enough. That's not enough. You didn't damage us with all of that I told you right now. For my niece to fucking literally have to hide chips under her fucking shirt and say I'm sorry to literally anything and everything she does. She could literally hit you in the shoulder on accident. I'm sorry. Like, it's so deep. Like, everyone has gotten a piece of that mom that my mom is, you know? But that's our mom at the end of the day. That's why we literally try.
That's why, you know, we hold back on saying so much me. Like, me especially. You guys know, you know, like, I don't like talking about personal stuff, you know? And
no matter how bad you hate someone, like, the other day when she was live, not too long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, my aunt my aunt's son is in prison for life, you know, and for her to sit there, like, for you to have this heart, okay, for you to have this heart, it's so fucking sad. For her to sit there and say, pues qué bueno, me da mucho gusto que mis hijos están bien y que yo no tengo hijos malandrines, que yo no tengo hijos asesinos que están en la cárcel por el resto de sus vidas, que yo no tengo que vivir con eso para toda mi vida. Like, how can you, what? And ask her, what has my aunt done to her for her to fucking say that shit about my aunt? That's sick in the head, bro. That's sick in the head. And when you hear things like that, do you want to be around that? Do you want to be around a person that has that much hate in her heart? No, you don't. You do not. Like, my aunt called me crying as fuck, telling us, like, why does your mom hate me that much? Why does she want to fucking hurt me that fucking much? You know? And you praise that your kids are all good, but you're putting up the same barrier that he has in prison. Because, yeah, we're here, we're free, but we don't have a relationship with you because of the type of person that you are. So why are you praising the fact that your kids are not like that when you have that same prison barrier between you and your kids? You know, like, it's too much. And I'm sorry that we're sharing it. Like, I'm sorry that we're telling you, but it's my life. It's what I fucking deal with. At the end of the day, after we turn off the fucking camera, guess what? It's our fucking reality. Like, it's our fucking reality. It's something that we have to fucking live with. It's our story. Like, and if you have a parent like that, you understand. If you don't understand it. You know, like, you don't understand it. But to say, like, oh, they're dead to me, están muertas para mí. Like, I can't even tell you that my mom is dead to me. I can't. Like, I can't even tell you that my mom is dead to me. I can't say that. Even after all of this, I still love the fuck out of my mom. I do. Like, I love her, you know? But I can never be around her again in my life. I can never be around her again in my life. It hurts me so much to the point where, like, my chest fucking hurts, dude. Like, this entire thing just feels like someone's, like, pulling on it. Because it's like, fuck, like, why? Like, why did we deserve to have a fucking mom like that since we were fucking little? Like, why do we still deserve to have that same taunting fucking person there? Like, it's fucking ugly, you guys. Like, it's so fucking ugly. Nothing she can say that we've done to her is worse than everything that she's done to us. You know what I mean? Like, nothing. Like, nothing. We've never talked to her like that. We've never told her crazy words like that, you know? It's like, it's so sad. Like, it's so fucking sad. And at the beginning, when I first started the video, like, I was, like, all over the place. I didn't even know where to start because it's a whole life story, you know? Like, where do you start? What story do you tell? Which one will help people understand you? Like, there's it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. And it's just a lot. It's a lot. There's nobody in there. There's nobody on there. I don't know who the fuck a Betsy is, but it's just crazy. Huh? No, whoever that Betsy girl was.
I don't even know anything with that name.
I don't even know a Betsy.
Outside of Facebook.
Yeah. Somebody said, why start talking shit about your mom? Oh my god, my hands are literally shaking from it. Therapy won't help, someone said. Honestly, but at the end of the day, your mom is your mom. You shouldn't talk about her, just let her. Babe, but okay, one thing is talking about someone, right? Like, one thing is saying, like, oh, she's this and she's that and she's envious and she's this. Another thing is talking about things that you actually have gone through with the person that has been fucking damaging as fuck. There's a difference between the two things.